but the lens is far too long for that. On my way here, I came across something that really made my jaw hit the floor. Bloody tripwires. I go for a lot of walks, and sometimes when you're out for a walk, you'll see some things that are a little bit strange. And a while back, I was walking past the church, and they were doing a christening. You had the mum, the dad, little baby getting some photos outside. They look lovely. When the photos are done, the parents turn with the little girl, and they start heading towards the church for the ceremony. As they get there, the mum's looking down. She looks up above the door, looks down again, throws the kid over the fence. Now, I'm close by, so I naturally lunge in, catch the little girl, make sure she's okay, nothing wrong, see she's got a little name tag that says Hope. And I turn to the mum, I say, pardon my language, what the hell are you doing? The mum looks at me, looks up above the door again, and goes in. So naturally, I've got to go and give her a piece of my mind. I run down the side of the fence, through the gate, I'm storming up the path to the church door, and as I get there, I glance up above the door. Abandon hope, all ye who enter. Yeet! Some people will take a look at me and they'll ask, Carl, are you bisexual? No, I don't pay for it. Some people are confused when they look at me because apparently I look a lot younger than I am. Some ranges will have me being about 28, 29. I'm actually 41. I am so old that when I started university, it was the LGB community. They didn't start serving tea until my second year. And speaking of tea, that is a letter that Americans love to torment us over. If they hear you're a Brit, they'll start going, oh, bottle of water, bottle of water. And I've taken to go to them, yes, it is a bottle of water. Tea is a drink, not a letter. Can't even read my own handwriting. Now, if you've been to these before, you might know that, yes, I am long-term unemployed, but I do have a meeting coming up with a non-binary organisation. I have no idea what they're going to be discussing because they haven't set agenda. One thing about me is, when I was a kid, I always wanted to try and communicate with ghosts, which is why I'm now on Tinder. And there are a few red flags when you're swiping profiles on Tinder. For example, an easy one is when a woman wants to be treated like a queen or a princess. I'm a Republican. I somehow don't think they want to be treated like Marie Antoinette. And as I'm getting older, I am seeing a lot more single mums on Tinder. And I do think it's a bit of a red flag if you feel you have to specify that your kids are your priority. I don't expect to pick you up for a date, ask how the kids are. Oh, they're all right, I've left them on Forest Road with a sum-up card reader for the night. You also get a lot of profiles these days where people are in groups. Every photo is in a group, and you've got to try and pick out who they are. And you get the same two people in every single photo. And sometimes with these women in their late 30s, early 40s, they've got daughters who are sort of 20, 21. Are they trying to hook me up with themselves or their daughter? I think one of the biggest red flags, and the one I'll leave you on, is there are a lot of profiles that will say something like, I don't message first. Ladies, that is how Bumble died. If you remember Bumble, the whole point of Bumble was women messaged first, but apparently they had to scrap that and give you pre-selected questions that you could automatically send to the guy because it's difficult coming up with a conversation starter that doesn't sound boring. As if men haven't known that for years. I mean, the worst thing, ladies, that will happen if you start a conversation with a guy, you approach a guy that you're interested in, is we will be weirded out because that never happens. We will think you're weird. But there is a thing in psychology called the 10-10-10 rule, where you imagine how you will feel if things go wrong in 10 minutes, in 10 months, and in 10 years. In 10 minutes' time, if you approach somebody and start a conversation and it doesn't work, you might feel a bit embarrassed. In 10 months, you've either got a really good relationship or you've forgotten about it. And in 10 years, you've probably gone through so many embarrassments that you're in line to be the next Prime Minister of Great Britain. Thank you, Cock and Hoop.
Well, everyone.